My name's OJ. Last name's Harrell. I got a clean date, 6/6/22. I'm at 6 months clean.
Yeah.
My fiance's here tonight with me. I've asked Pastor Mike and friend Kevin to pray for me to help me with my testimony. Lord, a lot has started in a little town, Jackson, Ohio. Is where I started growing up. I grew up loving sports. I was very athletic, baseball, basketball, football, all the way through. Um, that's when addiction really started for me. I started stealing bugler tobacco from my uncles, going in the bathroom, stealing their secret magazines. uh, well, all that was well. My mom fought hard for a long time of hiding a disease that she had. It wasn't no addiction disease. She had bone cancer and Crohn's disease. Uh, like with her fighting with that and doing the best that she could to raise two young men, it was a struggle for her. But she met this man that was from West Virginia. Uh, we ended up moving over there. She ended up marrying him. He was very Christian, but he had a lot of broken things going on with him too. But he loved singing gospel music and things like that. I'll get over there. We weren't very liked, me and my brother. We got picked on a lot. I got suspended a lot. Was trying to fit in, playing basketball. This is about 11 years old. I moved over there at the beginning of my 5th grade year. Already started drinking, beer, liquor. Uh, Ended up having a basketball accident that actually started my addiction early at 11 years old. I snapped my knee in half trying to jump up for a rebound. And they prescribed me Vicodin, and then it was Percocet, and then it was Percocet 10s. So in that time, before that, my mom would send me to church in Jackson out on Chillicothe Pike at the First Baptist Church. I loved going to church. It was something that I could get away with because we didn't have a father figure or no role model in our life for no kind of guidance. So that's why we was doing a lot of things that we was doing, me and my brother. To get back over to West Virginia, I found God again once snapped my knee in half because I had nowhere to go. I couldn't do nothing. I had a cast from my ankle all the way up to my groin. I walked around like Pinocchio, like a peg leg. With crutches on. But like I sat there and I prayed to God all the time. Please make me better. They was wanting to do a surgery for it, and that was just something I wasn't comfortable for. So for 6 months, I cried every day to my mom to please not let them do the surgery on me, because I didn't want a bar inside of my leg that I wouldn't be able to bend my knee or play sports again. She fought and argued with me about it the whole time, wanted me to go through with the surgery until the day that she took me from West Virginia up to Oakland, Maryland to get the surgery done. And I don't know what it was. I mean, it just had to be a miracle of God. Just spoke to her and she's like, I can't do this. So she called it off and we drove all the way back home. Went through a lot of physical therapy and got back to where I was going. Started playing sports again, but it wasn't about a month or two after that, I started getting back around with the old friends. And these are friends that didn't want to be around with me at the time because I had a broken leg. I wasn't able to throw no touchdowns, wasn't able to score 20 or 30 points in a game, wasn't able to pitch, wasn't able to hit home runs, so I was useless to them. But now that OJ's back, they could use me. And I didn't see that. I didn't know how to understand it. Or I didn't even know that my God understand. Like, that's that's what I was wanting. And at the time, I didn't. All my feel goods was cut off. Like that's not really what I wanted, but it's what I felt that I wanted. Uh, but the God of God that He is, and the King of Kings that He is, the whole time He didn't leave me. He stayed up above, watching me step for step, every word that I spoke, whatever I was doing, and so on and so forth. Well, the household started going downhill pretty bad because mom wasn't able to go around and work. Stepdad wasn't able to work because he started having surgeries. So things really started escalating. So I started on methamphetamines my ninth grade year. It wasn't. It was more recreational use than it was of everyday use. It's like on the weekends when we go out on the river to party after Friday night or a basketball game or baseball game. Uh, like that's just thought how I thought it was supposed to be. Like I just wanted to fit in, wanted people to accept me, and the only way it was accepting me was when I was selling it something. Uh, I actually started before my ninth grade year. I started my middle of my seventh grade year, maybe the beginning of my eighth grade year. I started getting scholarships, so I sailed through school pretty quick, all the way up to my senior year. Uh, Everything was going good. Like my battle was trying to figure out who I was or who actually loved me and really wanted to be in my life was like triggering. I was on the fence going back and forth. Like I'd go to my friends, I'd go to God, go to my friends, go to my God, and I just didn't know what I wanted. So about 3 weeks left of my senior year and having all these letters to go to this college or that college for baseball, football, and basketball. Uh, Really talented, man. I don't know why I threw it away. It was a rough time. My little brother ran away. Uh, he was doing some devil worshiping stuff. Thought he was part of Marilyn Manson's song cult and all this crap. And like I knew where he was. Mom wanted to know where he was, but I didn't want to worry her at the same time by telling her where he was, because knowing my mom, she'd have went up in the house and yanked him out, and that wouldn't have been good for her because uh, it just wouldn't have been good. So I knew where he was. I'd go and check on him from time to time, give him some money. Uh, at that time, I started getting back involved with the Lord again, my sophomore, junior, and senior year, up until I dropped out before graduation 3 weeks before. Before I dropped out, I ended up 16 free full rides for baseball, 7 full free rides for football, and 4 for basketball. Uh, like everything was good. I loved it. Everybody wanted me around. Even I was some kind of role model. Like fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth graders was asking for my autograph, and it just made me feel good. But at this time, I was like, I just wanted to drink. I wanted to smoke pot. I wanted to hang out with cool people when they weren't cool at all. The one that was really cool and that was there, like I said, was God, and He never left me. Like no matter how far I would leave or go away from Him, when I would come back, He was still there, looking the same, smiling the same, accepting me the same, understanding what I was going through in my trials. And uh, we got a phone call after after I dropped out of high school that my grandma got really bad ill. So we moved back to Ohio, and she ended up taking care of my grandma for a while until her health really got down, where there wasn't no way of hiding it no more. There wasn't no way that she'd go about getting around it with me and my brother. So she come out and told us that she had bone cancer and Crohn's disease. And at this time, my mom probably weighed about 97 pounds. She was on a lot of K8s and K4s and Vicodin. And to help numb it, like when she would go into the bathroom and my stepdad or my uncle was helping her wash up and do things, I would sneak in her room and steal these pills. And I'd go out and sell them to my friends back then who I thought was my friends and wanted to be around me because I was selling cakes for $6. I was selling for $3, and it's just a cycle that was bad. And I met my first wife. This was after my mom died, passed away March 5th. She ends up pregnant with my oldest son. I would have just celebrated his birthday. It was November 17th. He'd be 17 this year. But there's a better purpose. Like, I believe in the Heavenly God as He wanted my mom and my son to be together for some reason. Like, He didn't want my mom up there alone, and the baby didn't need to be alone. But before my before my son had passed away, my grandma had passed away earlier that year in February, close to her birthday. And that was 2006. So 1 month later, a really close cousin of mine had gotten into a car wreck just a couple minutes after dropping me off. We went and picked up a car speaker and a stereo for his little Amigo that he had. Come back to Jackson from Wellston. He dropped me off and made it 3 minutes down the road and ended up getting hit head on by another car. So a few months went by. Like, I'm trying to hold myself together. I got this wife. I got the son that she's pregnant with and things like that. Or we got this son. And so that come around, we ended up getting out of town because our abuse was getting pretty bad. So we moved out of town to get ourselves together and straight, and it worked for a while. For about 2 years. Even after my son passed away, like, we managed to keep some clean time for a little while. And then for some reason we both just decided just one night just to pack up and come all the way back to Ohio. She ended up wanting to go join the Army, and about a week before she went to join the Army, she wanted to split up. And we had split up so many times before that, like, that's just something I wasn't ready for anymore. So we let it go, and I met my fiance on December 27th of that same year. A month after my son passing away, me and her splitting. So we've been together for 17 years. The whole time through the 17 years that me and her has been together, we met in addiction, and we've both been addicted this whole time. There's a lot of reservations that I felt like was my fault, that probably kind of is for leading a little bit of the stuff into her life. But the last 4 years of the 17 years, I really got out there. Like, I completely walked away from God. I was angry with Him for taking people out of my life, for and it wasn't His fault, it was me. It was all me. I have nobody to blame but me. And like the whole 17 years, I had to do some kind of pill, I had to do some kind of cocaine, and I thought that was my way of keeping my health up so I could pay bills, keep a roof over our head, keep us some cars, buy diapers, because we got 3 kids and a grandchild now. I mean, it's an amazing thing. She's here with 8 to 8.5, 9 months clean. I'm sitting at 6 months.
Yeah.
This is the first time in 17 years. We're coming up on our journey. Like, we stuck with each other through some really hard times. But the past 3 or 4 years, I've put her and my kids through a major trial. Like, I would show up at her dad's house where I wasn't welcome. I'd end up falling over on the ground, almost dying from overdoses. Uh, Out on my uncle's porch, my dad's brother, he come out with these 3 kids one morning. It was middle grade kids, like 5th, 6th, and 7th grade, to take them to school. And he ends up finding me on the porch, purple, overdosed. The worst one was waking up in the hospital, not knowing what had happened. About 9 months before that, I got shot in my back. About 3 months before that, I got shot with a shotgun in the front. So, like, God has been amazing. Like, there's some reason why He wants me here. And I think it's to carry some kind of message, or hopefully that somebody in here can get something from me of trials and tribulations that I went through, and hopefully I can help somebody. When I woke up in the hospital, I woke up angry, very angry. I started ripping cords off from me, wires off of my head, because it was monitoring my brain, it was monitoring my chest, from the overdose that I was in. I was in a drug-induced coma. They gave me 6 Norcans, electroshocked me 3 times, and started adrenaline in my heart. And I still did not come to until 19 and a half hours later.
Wow.
So when I come to, I was just mad. I was angry. I wanted out of the hospital. That's when I had a true awakening of God and what He really was. Because I know that when I made it through that, I knew there could not be no more. So 3 days later, I come to rehab down here in Portsmouth. If it wasn't from Portsmouth, I wouldn't be 6 months clean. This is the longest time in 28 years I've ever had clean, and that's 6 months. And it's truly amazing.
OJ!
I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I've been able to build a relationship back with my kids. Our kid is with her parents in Jackson. Our grandbaby's with her parents in Jackson and his mom. They get to come down here every other weekend. We go to Jackson every other weekend to see them. Through this whole time, we've kept custody, but her parents decided to keep them while we come and get better. Because how can we help them live life or help them with anything in life if we're not able to take care of ourselves? Them kids are our responsibility. Them kids were not asked to be brought into this world. It was our desire to go out and do what we did to bring them into this world. And I thank God every day. I'm so grateful to God. I'm so grateful to Kevin. I'm so grateful to Mike for giving me opportunities. For Beth picking me up on Sunday to go to church. Ryan Roach for being sober support. Brandon, Jason Blair, he's been there through me. He's seen me come through. He told me a lot of times when I was HOH over at the MP's house, pump your brakes, slow down. You don't have to get so angry at him. But I didn't want my poop just tucking away. So if you was in my house, you was going to be held accountable. Because you ain't taking my past, you ain't taking my visitation, you ain't taking my So I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have all you guys in my life. I have one other announcement before I'm done. How many minutes we got left, Mike?
You're good. Just go ahead and do your announcement.
About 2 minutes or so.
You just do your announcement.
You gotta hold this one, buddy.
Take care of your announcement.
This is my fiance. I want to ask you, please. Oh, will you marry me?
OJ! Say hi.
I couldn't hear.
What was your answer? I didn't get it.
Here, tell him the mic so you can hear it. That's a blessing right there. So, I'm glad that we got a lot of forwardness time to look forward to, being clean. I know without you and God in my life, I won't be able to do it. So, I love you and thank you guys.
Love you, OJ.
When I first came down here to Portsmouth, he sat me down on the porch and he said, if you don't want this, you'll never have it. I've been here ever since.
Jayla, proposal?
Yeah.
Oh, well, see?